Going to explain what is holding you back from making the money that you truly want to be making. How to overcome this, and pretty much my story of how I did it. What's holding you back? It's going to shock you, but it's you. You're the reason why you're not making the type of money that you want to be making. You may be saying, how, Sway? It's your limiting belief. It's what you've been programmed to think all your life. Like, I'm only able to make a specific amount of money because of my situation, my education. But no, it's not. It's your limiting belief. It's what they've ingrained into your head. And when I say they, I talk about school and the way you're brought up by your parents. It's not your parents' fault. So don't ever blame your parents. Well, sometimes maybe, but for the most part, it's not your parents' fault. Because if your parents don't know better, they can't teach you better, right? So what's stopping you from making the money that you want to make is you. It's you going on camera making videos. I was watching a video. One guy's like, how do I make better videos to get my clients? And he's like, you know what you do? You turn on your camera and you just talk. You just talk on camera. People are shy. They want to say they're introverts. Like, stop hiding behind your flaws. How can you make your flaw a strength? What can you do to stand out and say, hey, you know what? I can do this. Like, there's that book called The Little Engine That Could. The little engine that couldn't go up the mountain. But you know what? He said, I think I can. I know I can. I can do it. So can you. But you just keep saying to yourself, no, I can't. Obviously, if you can't, because you said it so many times. But what if you said, I can, and it actually comes true for you? You have to stop with what hasn't worked before and says, how do I make this work now? How do I get over this? What can I do differently to say, yeah, this can work for me? For example, if you want to do a backflip, go on YouTube, see what they do. Hire somebody and say, hey, can you teach me how to backflip? And guess what? They'll teach you how to do it. Nothing is impossible. Everything is possible if you give it time. Think of yourself like a seed, an apple tree seed, or an apple seed. You plant your apple seed, you water it, you nurture it, it grows, and poof, you get apples. That's how you gotta treat yourself. Stop doubting yourself and start saying, I can do it. If I give myself time, I'll be able to do it. Time is what allows people to see the fruits of their labor. Give it some time and things will happen for you. Not everything's gonna happen overnight. I used to think that way when I said, you know what, I'm gonna start this business. I'm gonna, like, my car dealership. I started a car dealership thinking, yeah, everyone's gonna buy cars from me because people buy cars all the time. So I went out, I got my license, opened the doors, ready to be like, hey, I sell cars. Nobody bought cars. And this went on for days, months, almost years before I started seeing traction in my business for people to buy cars. So I said to myself, you know what? This is much harder than I thought. It's not a cakewalk in the park. I had to give myself time before I started seeing people come in and buying cars for me. So whatever it is that you want to do, just be patient with yourself and give it time. Time is what is the secret sauce. It's time. If you are patient with time, it will reward you massively. It's just like in the stock market. People say, oh, I want these big returns. But big returns are not going to come overnight. When you compare day traders to people that hold stocks for the long term, those guys are the ones that make the money. Day traders don't make money like the guys that hold on for long term. Look at all the billionaires out there. Name one day trader that's a billionaire. I'm pretty sure you can't. But when it comes to people holding long-term stocks, those are the guys that makes money. Like, look up this one guy. He's an old guy. His name is George Soros. That guy's a long-term investor when it comes to the stock market or even Forex trading. So that's something that you guys could definitely look into. Or Google that guy to see what his net worth is and how he came about. He doesn't do anything short-term. Everything is long-term. So just give yourself time and say to yourself, you know what? I can create $1 million. I can create $10,000 a month for myself. I can create a steady income for myself. What do you need to do in order to be able to achieve those things? Go out there and figure out what it is that's stopping you. Write down, okay, this is my limiting belief. I say I can't write a book. Why can't you write a book? Because I never wrote a book. Okay, great. But what does it take to write a book? Find out those steps. And once you figure out those steps, that's getting over the first part of that limiting belief. Okay, you found the steps. Now what do? You execute those steps. You do it one step at a time. Okay, let me start by, you find the steps and it says, all right, the first thing that you need to do is come up with an idea. You think to yourself, I want to write a book about cars. There, you have an idea. What about cars? The different types of cars around the world. All right, great. Now you figured out what it is that you're going to write about. So now you need to do your research and you find these different cars. So before you even say, I've never written a book before, guess what? There's people out there that write for people, and it's called ghostwriting. Now you go out there and you find a ghostwriter. You can go to Fiverr.com. You can go to Upwork.com. You can go to PH Online, find a ghostwriter. There's many places. You can go on Facebook. If there's a will, there's a way. So before you say I can't, say how can I? How can I do this? And when you're in the motions of doing this, guess what happens? You become more confident in yourself. You say to yourself, yo, this is easier than I thought. And you keep going and you keep making those strides. It's one step at a time. One step gets you to the next floor. And once you get to the next floor, guess what? You made the book. You finished the book. You published the book. You're a writer now. You're an author. Whatever you want to call yourself. You did it. You got over that limiting belief. So you need to stop saying to yourself, I can't do it. Start saying, how can I do this? How can I get over my limiting belief? You know what? I'm dyslexic, but I don't let that stop me. Because I'm dyslexic, or not because I'm dyslexic, but because I had an idea to write a book, I said to myself, yo, let me go out there and write a book. And I didn't say, oh, I can't write a book because I'm dyslexic. I said, no, screw that. I went out there and I figured out how to solve my problem. Because guess what? There's other people out there that are in the same situation that you're in, and they found a way out of it. Don't go out there and reinvent the wheel. Say to yourself, somebody else did it, let me go out there and figure it out. Or figure out who did it and use that strategy to help me get over what it is that's stopping me from making more money. So guess what I did? I was scrolling on Instagram one day and one dude's like, yo, you don't have to write the book. I was like, you don't? Oh my goodness, you're lying. And the man said, yo, have a conversation with somebody. Transcribe or record it, transcribe it, and then give that to an editor. I was like, no way. I did those exact same steps, and guess what happened? I wrote a book. Nobody can take that away from me. Now I'm an author. Now I don't have a limiting belief that I can't do it anymore. So because I did that, I followed those steps. I published that book, and now I've had a book published for the last 4 years now, or I'm on almost 5 years now, for the last 4 years. And that continuously makes me money over and over again because I followed the steps. I didn't say to myself, I can't do it. I figured out a way to do it, and I executed it. And because of that, now I make money every month while I sleep. And same goes for you guys. Whatever it is that you want to do, stop doubting yourself. That's the first thing that you need to do. Stop doubting yourself. If you're somebody that needs reminders, visual reminders, take sticky notes and put it around your house or places that you visit often, so that when you see those sticky notes, it starts to change your limiting belief. The moment you can tap into your subconscious mind and get it to stop telling you those little thoughts, guess what? That's when you start to win. I'm running out of breath right now, but yeah, I just wanted to come on here and make a video for you guys to believe in yourself. Stop doubting yourself. And I'm here to encourage you to just go out there and take that first step. My name is Dean the Wealth Coach, and if you're liking videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below to help build up my channel so I can bring more videos like this for you guys. I'll see you on the next one.